Alright guys, welcome to this game. We are going to be getting it ready for you all. By getting it ready, I mean it's already ready for you all, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're spawning directly on top of Phoenix, who I believe is on IM, because he's a crazy man. And his opponent is going to be a really scary Zerg player, and it's going to be d.KiLLeR, and apparently they're speaking a language that is not the English, so I have no idea what they're saying.
Spanish.
Awesome.
They speak Spanish.
Very cool. It is a language I know nothing about. I can say siéntate in Rojo, but nothing is relevant in that at all to this, except maybe the players are sitting down. Yeah.
Simple. It all doesn't matter when it comes to, oh, circling rush!
Fair enough. Fair enough, guys. Alright, but what you guys should be doing also is going to xanderfever.tv/vote. Let us know who you think is going to be winning. Just a little update on the series is that this is actually game number 2 in the quarterfinals. We already saw a full quarterfinal series, so this is actually what we're going to be waiting on, and this will take us through the entire finals, as the other semifinals should be decided either already or shortly. So this will be nice. Winner of this series will go ahead and play against TSL Revival, as Revival did 2-0 Sonic in the other quarterfinals. So
I gotta stop you. Look at the placement of this barracks.
Oh, Phoenix is trying to be sneaky and KiLLeR's gonna see it.
Oh, I had to stop trying to show him my piece of steak there to try and tell you that. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's actually takes skill. So good job there. But now we're going to have Phoenix is trying to basically fake a command center first, because this map is actually okay to do that on. However, KiLLeR is now forcing SCVs off the line, and that's actually going to be hurting Phoenix's economy more than helping it, which is pretty obvious. But yeah. But still, Phoenix is trying to just be tricky against KiLLeR, and KiLLeR did not fall for it. And KiLLeR's just safely getting down his hatchery first. I doubt he's fearing a 2-racks or anything. He's getting down his spawning pool at normal times, and he's got a pretty good handle on what's happening in the game right now, and pretty much expecting a gasless expand from Phoenix.
I don't know. I mean, with this kind of play, I think, yeah, see, that Marine was being sent off. Maybe it's not now. Okay, so definitely Phoenix did change his mind, so great response by KiLLeR then in everything he's done. I was actually kind of expecting Phoenix to go ahead and do some harassment there, or a little bit of pressure, you know, pump out a couple of Marines and then do what he can from there and then go into the expand, but we're not going to see that. Yep.
And KiLLeR did go ahead and confirm the expansion. He moved in with that Overlord, so he knows that it's a gasless expand and not a 2-racks. And Phoenix is going to be able to just macro up accordingly right now. We do believe that he's on IM, and with that, we know he's probably in Korea, and that may be accounting for some of the lag issues that they've been having, which has actually been benefiting us as we're now in the game, as opposed to being out of the game. It's much better to be in the game than out of the game, so we're pretty happy about that.
I definitely have to agree with you on that one. Definitely better be in than out.
Yes.
However, one thing to note here is while Phoenix did try and do that very sneaky play, he did give KiLLeR the ability to go ahead and start saturating his base quite a bit sooner. So, on top of pulling the SUVs off, overall, KiLLeR's got the advantage at this moment over Phoenix.
Possibly.
At least economy-wise.
Yeah, he's got the spread out as well. So I mean, Phoenix is going to be able to get out double mules soon, so that's going to be really helping him economically. But wait, isn't there an Aladdin song like "Are You In or Out" in that movie that had Open Sesame in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you in or out? Yes, that is a song.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Cool. Alright, I'm sorry, I haven't seen the movie in so long, but I that's gonna like, are you in or out? I feel like the thieves were being really funny during that song, and I've always liked it. But now I gotta deal with that. It's stuck in my head, but that'll be okay. But let's just take the fact that Phoenix is gonna be going for Banshees shortly, and Hellions. He's going for the build I thought Sonic was gonna be doing, as we saw on Belshire Beach. Because right now we're gonna have the double gases, allowing for the starport to be getting possibly even cloak on this tech lab. Never mind stims being researched. We gotta see now the starport is gonna be built with a get a tech lab built on it, but Phoenix had to make me a liar. I thought I was gonna lift off the barracks and go for the starport on the tech lab. Ooh, KiLLeR's got third.
Well, that he does. He's able to go ahead and take it right now without getting really punished or anything. He knows he'll be able to hold off any aggression. So it's a wise move by him. He's already got some roaches out. He'll be able to hold off these Hellions, no problem. However, the Hellions will scout that third, at which point he'll need to respond properly. Not over-respond, but just enough. Not too little, not too much.
And now we have roaches that are successfully diverting these Hellions. Well, the Hellions did see the third, so that's definitely good for them. I don't know, this is just something interesting, but if you guys see how Phoenix spells his name, he does it the same way as the Brood War Phoenix did, the Zealot that ended up dying and then being made into a Dragoon, which is weird because he's never in StarCraft 2, and I really hope that's going to change in Heart of the Swarm or Legacy of the Void, because Phoenix was such a BAMF character. I feel like interjecting with that because Phoenix is awesome. Now we're going to see all these creep tumors getting cancelled. That is a quick reaction. That was ridiculous how Killer's managed
that
to
was amazing that he caught it. I thought for sure he was going to lose all three of those.
Yeah, I was going to say they're
Not
perfectly...
that he's going to get to cancel them, but what a beautiful reaction.
Yep, I enjoyed that a lot. So now we have the Hellion still alive and still running around. Phoenix, look at his bunker placement. That's a very odd bunker placement because these supply depots are all fully in range for roaches to just destroy. But the Hellions are actually doing a good job of keeping Killer inside his base. Killer's just trying to macro up. He's getting out a fair amount of roaches, but we do see that his lair is now halfway done, and he's got roaches here looking for drops that might be happening, but as of yet, we just have the starport getting down a reactor. And their command center.
And we do see a push coming. Yeah, peace. A push coming, though.
Yeah, pushes aren't exactly the most peaceful things, but they are very deadly, and they're good for winning war games.
Actually, they are great. They are peaceful things, because they always leave things in pieces.
Oh, witty.
Thank you. And there goes that Overlord.
Yep, that Overlord is now no longer for the Swarm, it's kind of for death now. But Killer does have a small amount of roaches. That's not nearly enough to actually deal with this army, but now we're going to see him trying to coming together. But this is a very awkwardly timed push in 10 minutes. Now we're seeing that this hatchery is looking to be a little worse for wear. There's a lot of roaches here, but they're not going to be enough to save this hatchery. More coming in. Looks like they may start getting to numbers where they can help out, but there's a couple Marauders here that are being very effective. Killer is going to be able to save this hatch with bringing in more and more forces. Phoenix does not want to get caught off guard and lose a bunch of units for free. He will, however, lose a couple Marines, but right now, Phoenix can go ahead and stim, run forward, and be able to take down those lanes.
One thing to note, though, is during this whole time, Phoenix has killed 3 workers, Killer has taken 1, 21 units have been killed by Phoenix versus the 12 for Killer. So right now, as far as taking units, kind of doing the trade-off, Phoenix is doing really well.
The thing is, though, if you look at the units lost tab, it's actually pretty even.
That's what I was saying.
So
he's doing really well.
Yeah. So that's actually really interesting. Phoenix is going for a 4th command center right now. That is greedy, and I like it. He's going for such a heavy macro build. He actually doesn't even have that much of an army. It's just smart army movements and expanding is really keeping him on par with Zerg economy right now, because we see the food counts are actually in the favor of Phoenix. But there you have another drought going to come in. We're going to see 1 medevac maybe falling. No, just 2 more shots though, and it might have gone down. So Killer's going to go ahead and work on defending against that. But we're going to have Killer going for a 4th base of his own right now. Very, very nice. It looks like Phoenix is going to try and be aggressive yet again. But he's got to
drop straight into the main now.
Oh, that's a nice.
Or at least an attempt. But he's got the spine crawlers there, so he's kind of expecting this. This gives him enough time to go ahead and pull down. I like that transfusion, 2 transfusions on that spine crawler. Beautiful reaction by Killer there. All of these links coming in, picking off all of this. While he did lose 1 spine crawler, he took out all of those units and both of those medevacs.
Yeah, and Phoenix is looking like he wanted to do a double drop, but that may not go so well for him because right now he's getting fully surrounded. He's going to need to lift off, but he's not lifting off the units. He's now lost every single bio unit, and now he's going to go ahead and retreat with his medevacs. And right now, if you look at k.I.LLeR, k.I.LLeR does have a passion glance, 30 seconds complete, so he can start getting down his infestors. Now he's also working getting out a lair, very quick lair. This is something that I've seen k.I.LLeR do even in ZVP. He loves to get out fast tech. He plays as greedy as he can get away with, and Phoenix is playing incredibly greedy as well. So k.I.LLeR might be able to take that tech lead and go to a faster Broodlord tech than Phoenix may really actually be ready for.
Well, k.I.LLeR is also taking his 5th right now. Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. I was about to say he's not, but he is. And that's at the rich Vespian Geyser area.
Yeah. I looked at a lot. And k.I.LLeR right now, if you look at him, he doesn't have a Spire down, so it looks like he may be going for Ultras.
Maybe. Maybe.
13 Infestors! Oh my god, he wants Infestors.
Hey, you know what? That's what you do when you're a Zerg. You get Infestors, and then you fungal, and you send your units in. They do all the cleanup, just like a janitor.
Yeah. Alright, so
oh, look at that fungal. He did a fungal on that medevac, and then dropped 2 infested Terran. I love that.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the kill. We have a Spine Cars being made in the mineral line. But this is now a very vulnerable medevac to the Spore Crawlers that are placed around the map periodically. Now we're going to see the drop going to be continuing, which is very, very not destined to succeed. But we do have a frontal assault as well. Like Phoenix is posturing in the front. He's got some Marauders and everything in the mix as well. He's one fungal landing on a single medevac. Does manage to actually kill it. But now his medevac in the back is just hanging out. But now we're going to see k.I.LLeR going for the push, going to completely shut down the push from Phoenix. And we've got bungles and lings around everything, and that is such a dead push. The medevac is going to be taken down by Infested Terran in this
Now
drop.
we're going to see that counter push straight to this planetary fortress. And I like how all of these SUVs chilling out at the back of the mineral lines are having a coffee break while this is going on.
Yep. And the medevac is actually starting to get a handle to drop down there, but this PF is going to fall to Zerglings. That's not very good for a Terran player to lose PF to Zerglings. This medevac is still alive. This drop is still happening. The 3rd of Phoenix, but this push, look at it. Oh no, all the Infestors! All the Infestors!
All the Infestors are taking so much damage, and they're pretty much out of energy. So they're really not able to do much.
Oh,
So, yeah, that one could have dropped an Infested Terran, but not anymore.
Oh, k.I.LLeR just lost so many Infestors, so much gas. Now we have a bunker being repaired, and we're now seeing the Zerglings running back, but they can't really do much damage now. And k.I.LLeR, honestly, if he loses this game after this, I'm going to just straight up attribute it to the fact that he just didn't retreat with those Infestors. He's now lost that hatchery at his 3rd base. He doesn't have his Rich Vespian Geyser mining at his 5th, or what's now his 4th. So he's down to 4 bases, and Phoenix just landed another command center there at his 4th base. So he's not even down at all in his economy, really.
Not to mention, he did exactly as you said he was doing. He did get Ultralisks. He has the one right there. So he really needs as many bases as he can get at this moment, simply to pump out things like the Infestors and the Speedlings, and then those Ultras. It's very, very demanding on both minerals and gas.
Yep. Ultras cost 300, 200 if I remember correctly, and that is such a huge cost when you add everything up. Yeah, it's 300, 200. So they're very intensely expensive units. k.I.LLeR can make them quite strong. The thing is, Phoenix does have 2-2 and 3-3 on the way, and Phoenix is going to have to deal with the Lings coming from behind. They're luckily only at +2 attack from, so he's got an even attack upgrades with them. And now we're having Ultras just... Oh, the spread of Phoenix.
Well, what ended up happening is those 3 tanks right there on the ramp ended up killing an Infestor trying to come to them. And k.I.LLeR did one of the worst things he could do. He tried to engage in that enclosed kind of area with 3 tanks, minimum, 4 or 5 tanks actually sieged up, able to do all that splash damage to him.
Yeah, Phoenix is in a great spot right now. He's got Marauders, tanks, and these Ultras are not long for this world. We see him getting picked off, and k.I.LLeR's looking like he's going to be getting completely destroyed right now. He's down 60 food, and that is a terrible thing. And there's the GG. So GG gets called and that is going to be game. Phoenix is going to be moving on to the semifinals. He'll be playing TSL Revival. We're going to have another TVZ coming up for you guys next. It's going to be a great TVZ because we just saw Phoenix destroy very nicely.
Mm-hmm.